raider is looking for our treasure. Take her. I like how there's a skeleton casually chilling on the throne at the back. Hey, I am Izzy Noodles, welcome back to Harbor of Ocean. Lara is trying to have a chill vacation, but there are just far too many shenanigans going on, and this video section will be much trickier than the last video. Okay, so we are trapped in this room currently. We have to open the door. We have to figure out how to do that. So there's not much in the room we're trapped in, so it's not too difficult to find what we're looking for. So among the foliage is a jump switch. So that opens the door. Temple of Ocean. I made it, but there may be many traps. And yes, indeed there are. So right here we can see we need a gemstone to place in this snakehead receptacle. So there's actually 2 challenge rooms we need to complete. Each one has half a gemstone, so that's a bit different. And then we combine the 2 halves together to create the whole. So usually I would do the more difficult room to get that out of the way first, but the difficult room is actually pretty darn difficult, and I always end up wanting to stop playing because it's taxing. It's a tough room, especially if you want to try the Nomads challenge. So this time round I'm going to do the easier room first, which is to the right. Okay, firstly I am going to grab some flares so that I don't forget they're over here. So straight at the back of the room, here we go. And then what we need to do, if you look up on the ceiling, there's actually a square tile, or a little black square right up there. And again on the other side, there is a little black square. And well, that's significant. It's not really obvious why, but what we need to do is put 2 blocks, one on each side of the room, under the squares. Okay, there we go. So once you've done that correctly, you'll certainly know about it. We do have a bunch of spikes now. They're not really to get in the way to sort of kill you on purpose. They're more of a hindrance, especially if you don't know what you're doing in the room. So don't bumble into them. So once I've done that, I'm actually going to move this particular block again to give me easy, quick access up to the ledge above. So apart from the spikes, we also noticed this statue raised up as well, and if we have a look around, you probably did already spot there is a jump switch right there. So we can use the statue to jump over to the jump switch. And also let me point out, there's actually 4 chains in the room. There's 2 very obvious ones, one right here, one right over there, and from here you can just see in the corner there's another one and one opposite as well on this side. So the very obvious ones, the 2 closer ones, do not touch them. If you pull them, they'll set Lara on fire. They are literally just a trap. So leave those 2 alone specifically. But anyway, the jump switch is timed, and that will open this trapdoor over here. That's why I moved the block below me. There are ladders, there's a ladder here, but it's just quicker to move the block, otherwise you will not make the timer. So hop forward with a grab opposed to coming to the edge and jumping straight up. It's a bit snug if you do try and line up to hop up. And then pull this lever that's down here. So there is our half a crystal piece, so essentially we have done it already. So not quite though, because we still need to leave. So go ahead and hop down, use the ladder if you want. Here we go, and pick up the black gem. So there we go, that's the trapdoor that's gonna help us to leave. I say help, but it will allow us to leave. This is not the genuine treasure, but just a key. I have to find another piece. So basically, if you're unsure, this confirms that this is not the main treasure that Lara is looking for, and we do need to find another half of this gemstone. So once we do have that, we can hop back up to this side. It's unclear what we're actually trying to do, because we need to trigger an event. So we're trapped in the room. That happens when you... how did we do this? We moved the blocks. But next we need to climb up here. And there we go. Event triggered. What has happened? What's happened? Suddenly it became very cold. Did I incur the wrath of God? So, what I will now do, I'll equip my shotgun because we will trigger if we approach this door that we can now reach because we're up on this high level. We'll trigger an ocean dog. There we go, very easy to kill with the shotgun. So now we can leave, so we'll spawn the ocean dog regardless, but we want to pull the two chains that are not so obvious. Well, that's interesting. So just this one chain I have realised is what opens that trapdoor. But it must be this second chain alone. I guess I've always done this in a different order to what I've done today. This particular chain has done something else. So once the chain is pulled, we can come into this room, and there is this secret gemstone. So this is not here until the chain is pulled. Apparently just that one chain, and once you are ready, we can leave out through this trapdoor. We can't come back up. And down we go. So once we're through, we will follow the current. So the current has dragged us to this this kind of junction. So this is a return path. We can't go down any other paths here. We will have to swim up. And we are back. So now this room is pretty tough. It's not too bad if you don't care about not using meds, but I like to try. I like to do it where I can. So I have purposely come over to this left-hand side of the room from entering. There seems to be a lot of spike tiles, don't worry. So jump to that one and then to here to grab this secret. So once you miss this secret, that's it. So we can have spikes here. We're just about to swap them over because we need to get to this ledge over here. We need to remove those spikes. So look for this underwater lever. And there we go, we are trapped in the room. We've swapped the spikes over and have turned it into an absolute murder room. Okay, so from this same side, we can just climb up here. So time the spikes, hop to here, and there is a ladder behind me. There is only a ladder on this one side. Jump on over, and this is where I'm going to save the game. So there is a knack if you don't want to use medpacks. So as you see the vertical lines of this blade, this middle section spinning around above Lara's head, there is a line in between the blades. So just as that is just reaching Lara's head, climb up. It's going to be tricky for me to explain what I'm doing, but go with it. Turn. Grab this. Oh, I took some damage. This did not go how I wanted it to go. This is fine. Grab this. If it doesn't go well, I'll reload. Hop up and go straight down the middle. Hopefully it'll work out because I fumbled a little bit. This blade should miss. It got me. The second blade should miss and it got me. So I fumbled a few times, but this first blade should miss if you go down the middle, and then the second blade should miss, and it will go in front of me as well, and then sometimes it just gets me, but then it go to the left, and this last blade here will miss. I'm hanging between life and death. I mean, that's the worst bit. If you want to do no meds, we've done it. Hop over from that side. Hop over the blade. Nope, it didn't work out. But anyway, in a nutshell, that's the run. Okay, so you don't have to hop up to here, so there are poison dart traps. They got me a lot. So one thing is, if you can just come over to this side, it's not easy. I just did it a few times to show that it can be done without using meds. My health isn't bad. One of the blades there got me a lot more than I thought it would, but that was actually the only blade that got me. But it's not 100% strat, but it kind of works. And you have to be careful jumping to this this corner, because you can only jump onto this very corner. But if you've made it this far, give yourself a pat on the back. Yes, I died there a lot, or at least got poisoned there a lot. Maybe save your game. But yeah, I took my time to show that it can be done. You will take damage, but it can be done. But anyway, now we're still not out of the woods, really. We've got these statues. Don't touch them. So making your way towards the ladder, climb on up, but don't climb like onto the ledge, because you can see we have some spikes. So come to the very top and then you can flip back with a grab to here. Once you are on here, the spikes have gone. So we do have these other spikes, retractable ones, but I'm just hopping back to grab these flares. Whoa, we do not want to fall. Actually, I saved my game, so it's fine. So the solution to this puzzle is, if I equip my pistols, we need to shoot the crystals that these statues are holding. So of course, we may not get it on the first try, keep trying. Or the second try, what's happening here? There we go, third time's a charm. So do both of these. Awesome stuff. So both statues have spun around. Hop over to here for some shotgun shells. And then just drop on down again. So be careful, you don't want to drop straight down to the bottom. So into here, firstly come to the right. It kind of doesn't matter if you don't, but you'll need to come to the right at some point. Shoot 2 ocean dogs, of course, be careful if your health is not the best and you're trying not to use meds. Okay, and then once you reach up here, so we do have 2 statues. This one is the one that we spun around after shooting its crystal. So once they are facing each other, pull this chain. Okay, and this is the other half of our gemstone. So once we have this, the trapdoor there will open up, but we're actually not done yet. We can grab a secret. Okay, so now head into the opposite room. And be sure to step on this tile with the black square on it. And we see a statue has spun around, so that's up in this room. Okay, so we have 2 statues facing each other. This one I spun around by standing on that specific tile, and this is the one that spun around by shooting the gemstone. And then, just like in the other room, pull the chain once the statues are facing each other. And that's given us a secret crystal. Nice. Ow. Gosh darn it. Lucky I wasn't on the brink of death. Okay, so that is it here, and we can drop on down. We can exit out. So make sure you've got a clear path there down into the water. And there we go, just locate the trapdoor. And then let the current take you. And straight on up again. Okay, so combine your two pieces together, so make sure they are the black ocean piece, not the, like, don't get confused with these secrets that sit here in the inventory. Okay, and then all these doors have opened up so that we can advance through to the next level area. The Hall of Time. So in here, come to the back of the room. I'm heading over to the southern side. It is the only side with stairs. So on this southern side, very easy to miss, especially with this camera angle, is a switch right here. And as we can see, this drops some boulders that keep running along a track. And take note of the little black squares on each track. And that in the middle is our special treasure. Okay, so what we need to do, and also do be careful of the boulders, they will kill you. We need to stop the boulders on each black square. So at the end of each track, there will be a lever. And this southern side, I don't know if I already said this, this is the only side that you can come and go up to this sort of center area. Not the center, because that's the center. This pathway around the center, I suppose. Okay, so each side is color coordinated as well, just to, I don't know, if it helps you out, that's good. But there is a clock on this tile with this lever, and as you see the boulder rolling away behind me there, once it's on its second tile moving away from me, I'm going to pull the lever. Power of Ocean can stop the time. So I have stopped this on the black square. So this can be tricky to do just because it's very trial and error until you figure out the spot in which you need to pull the lever. And you can't constantly see it either. See the track, I mean. Also make sure you're kind of lined up so that Lara doesn't need to sidestep, because that will waste a little bit of time. Oh, I wasted a bit of time. I think it's okay. Just for the sake of it, I'm going to redo it. I think it was fine, but it was just that little bit off. That's worse. Beautiful. Oh, it's still just a little bit off. I needed to sidestep. I didn't realize I did. Nice. Just want to make sure I'm lined up. I don't know if I am. I was not. She still sidestepped. Lara, you have failed me today. Still not satisfied. But as I do this, can you see how it's difficult to figure out when to pull the lever? There we go. So once all 4 balls are in place, I often forget which way is east and which way is west. So this is facing north, so a door has opened. Just making sure. So I'm facing west. I'm pretty sure it's on the west side. A door has opened up. Here it is. Pull this chain. And that has released all 4 boulders, so they are moving at the same time. This is linked to all balls. Perhaps I have to stop 4 balls on each black place first. Also, I must consider the direction of rolling balls because those switches are not on the center of roads. So I'm not sure what this last sentence means. I feel like maybe this message was put into the diary and then the builder may have changed some things. I'm not sure, but if you were struggling to solve the puzzle, here's the hint. So you get this hint after pulling the chain. Which I still struggle to see if it makes sense, because we've already done it and that's how we got in the room. Either way, it's a hint. I'm sure the door opens after putting the balls on their place, although I haven't really experimented. But once we come on out, after pulling the chain, a door on the eastern wall has now opened. This is east, right? Yes, it is. Didn't want to be lying. And it is a little misleading. You see that just closed as I came around the corner, making it seem like it's timed. It's not. That door opens and closes repeatedly. So hopping into the water, the foliage might be a hint at this point, but there's this sneaky gap we can swim through. And then we can pull this lever. So this view is also a little bit misleading, so it's actually showing us a secret there. What it's trying to show is the monkey bar sections have closed. And I do get stuck here a lot. So yeah, the monkey bars have closed and we can climb across that way now. So leave out this way, and if I turn around, you'll see this very significant looking doorway. There is nothing we can do here just yet. We have to pick up the important treasure first. So approach this door and it will open. And then at each of these switches we can get up to the monkey bar section. It doesn't matter which side you choose. And just at the switch you may want to just jump instead of pressing action to climb up. Otherwise she'll pull the switch. And then make your way across the monkey bars. So you see above me, there's the secret that it was showing me. But once you're at the end, Lara will automatically drop down onto this column. And that's the special item. Hidden Treasure of Ocean. Congratulations, I got the great treasure. Let's go out of this temple quickly. Probably devils still exist. So now we have this. It's actually pretty easy to end the game, but we do have some very long-winded secrets to grab. So on the way down, just be to one side because we now have these 4 pits of water that have opened up and we cannot climb out of them. Wait for the boulders and then side jump. So we want to be to one side so that we don't land into the water. So the secret. So let me come back again, sorry, my bad. So you see how the boulder comes into the doorway? After picking up the hidden treasure, that door that I already showed to you has opened up. And we need to pull a lever on each side to shut this doorway. So we need to shut each boulder into each doorway. So let's go back and find that door that's now opened up. So returning back this way. Aha! There may be another precious thing. Yes, indeed, we can grab a precious secret. So, take a left. And as I mentioned, each lever on the other side there, so we're right by one of the levers that stopped the boulder. They are color coordinated. It's kind of irrelevant that they are, but I like it. And you can kind of just see through the little window. Can't see very well, but you can see the boulder. This is not easy to do. And if you happen to close the door at the wrong time and the ball hits the door, that will slow it down and it will not get momentum again. I don't know if you can go back out and then stop the ball on the black spot and go pull that other chain again. I have not tried that, but maybe you could try that. But what I recommend is just save the game, because it's kind of long-winded to exit out of here anyway. So just watch the boulder and then pull the chain when you think it's close enough. This is not exact. There we go. So once we've done that to all boulders, we can come back to this ladder just here. There's a door at the top which will open up. Grab my pistols, we have some bats. Okay. And by the last 3 chains there are some shotgun shells. So none by the first, but don't forget to pick up some by each of the others. So this red one in particular is tough for some reason. You can barely see on the left hand side. Awesome stuff. Okay, and again, am I going to regret not saving my game? Okay, so far so good. Let's do the last one. Down at these stairs though, there will be a couple of ocean dogs. So hop back up the stairs, because a few steps up and they kind of lose interest. Cool. Can I do the last one and not regret not saving the game? Nice. Now to get back to that green tile where the ladder is, just carry on around. Okay, that lever of course opens this doorway. And right here we are back where we entered into this section. So here's the ladder. Okay, and to get out of here, we're actually all done now. So if you look below the grating, you can see this is the red area. So this is south. I recommend going south to get down. You don't have to, but south is where the stairs are. It's the quicker route. So I tend to just do a fake grab here just to land back here. I guess it's not that far down just to drop and land. Oops. On the other ledge that I missed right there. And here we go. So on either side, so there are 4 trapdoors now that opened up once we picked up the hidden treasure. I recommend dropping into one of the southern trapdoors. Doesn't matter which one, just as long as it's one near the stairs, just because there is a medpack we can collect. So if you want all items or need another medpack, drop to the south side. Here it is. And the reason I very specifically say the south side is because once you pass this tile, there we go, the current's got you and you can't really get out of it. We're going, we're off. There we go, new level transition. And we're back at a familiar spot. So now these doors have opened up for us. Let's have a save. And just equip my shotgun ready. Look at that, we're back at the diving pool. So yeah, we are thrown into a bit of a battle. It's not too bad, but we do have doggos. So, get rid of the doggos first. Okay, and then deal with the Ocean Queen. I really do love the unique designs of the enemies. And also, you may have noticed this is called Harbor of Ocean level 3. I'm not entirely sure why, but I think I did find out a while back that this was supposed to be like a demo teaser. And then the builder didn't finish the game completely because, well, you know, life, other things happen. But I don't know what the true reason is. That might be the reason, it might not be the reason. And there we go. So to get out of here, to exit the level, we'll need to climb up the diving board. So don't forget, there is one last secret to find as well. So we will be finding that too. So again, up the diving board if you want the secret. So if you just want to get out of here, no secrets, no one cares, there is the turner wheel over there. You may have spotted it previously. You may not have done because I didn't actually look that way as I was playing it myself in my walkthrough. That will open up that door down there. That's the exit. But I will go grab the secret. So it is pretty darn long-winded. I was going to save, I don't need to. So heading over this way again, I'm actually going to make the same tricky jumps back to that crawl space section. Oh, banged me face. There we go. I am really out of practice with that jump since part 1. And a running jump is better just here because there's a low ceiling. You can do a standing jump, but running jump is easier. Okay, and then that dreaded banana jump again. So, to line up for the banana jump, don't forget to come all the way forward, all the way to the right. With a 2-tile space to work with is much easier. So hop back and then turn. Make sure the wall is kind of at Laura's shoulder where it starts to go down. So this has still failed for me before, but something like this is a much easier setup to work with. You see, it's not an exact lineup. Finally, I can't believe how much I'm messing things up today. This has not been a very successful recording. Okay, so the reason I came back here is because you see this funny looking thing? You need to... Can I see what I'm doing, please? Thanks. Okay, so everything is in the way. One moment. The problem is, I want to show you what I'm shooting at. There we go, that thingamajig just there. Very not clear. Good English too, very not clear that you're supposed to hit that. But then to get back down, just go ahead, jump in the water. You could do a sick dive if you want. I didn't really think about it. Okay, so why did I do that? Well, that actually opened a door right up there. It's kind of behind the chandelier, but that door right up there is now open. So that's where I'm heading. Okay, so bypass this turner wheel for now. We're not using it because we're going for the secret. So we can shoot that, and then this is much easier to grab because we don't have any railing in the way. Save your game regardless. There we go, because sometimes she may not grab the ledge. There we go. So just make sure to grab in the air. And she should grab, but yeah, sometimes she doesn't. So in this room, in this middle shelving section, there is this children's pool key. Do you remember I pointed out a door with a keyhole way back in part 1? So now we have to get down. So to safely do that, you can drop into the pool, running jump, grab in the air, because that gives you some slightly extra distance, believe it or not. So once you pick up the children's pool key, this door has opened. This is actually how we entered this area in the first place. And then just return all the way back the way we came. I've accidentally gone into the bathrooms. And here we go, here is where we're using the key. Now you can also return back into the previous level area. I don't know if any secrets will be there or not at this point though. I haven't actually gone back and tried to have a look. Okay, shoot this sign. We don't listen to signs. And then in this area we do have this Jeep and the keys are right here. But the Jeep is actually optional. But, you know, we may as well get in the Jeep, have a bit of a ride. So just follow the path. And as I say, the Jeep is not required in the slightest. Here we go. Here is the end of the path. Okay, so level transition. We're actually back in a familiar spot in a way. So right here is the final secret, and here is the car crash. Do you remember this spot? Right here where there is this gap that looks like it's plenty big enough, but Lara's just being awkward like she always is. No, I don't want to snag my trousers. I might break a nail. Okay, so anyway, once we've got that, we can return all the way back. Again, the Jeep is optional. Nice, that was a nice little drive. Okay, and back out of the children's pool. And then make your way back to the diving pool. Banged me face again. So that is it, we have everything. It is all complete and we can end the game. So the second time you approach this, strangely not the first time, but the second time it shows you that doorway. So with these turner wheels, usually it is like 6 or 7 turns that puts its door to its maximum position. So yeah, go with 6 or 7. I think it's 6, but you know, 7 for good luck. I've not actually been counting, I'll just go with what feels lucky. Okay, go, 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 go. So you can run straight down and land in the pool. Go, go, go. You will have to run and then dive through the gap. There we go, exit on out. And here we go. So for completing the game, you get the bonus level of the original version of Harbor of Ocean. You can really see that this is not the same. There are so many differences, and I actually will not be playing this. I mean, if you want to check it out, that's cool. Play Harbor of Ocean for yourself and then check this out. This is just incredibly short, there's not much to do. So it didn't interest me to plan the walkthrough for this. So I'm sorry to say, I will leave this here. So thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you all next time. Take it easy.